Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Trigger kit is finally out, so let's talk about it. She is a stun character, S rank, Obol squad. However, she is actually a DPS in disguise. Well, more like an off-field DPS. Very interesting stuff. Her kit might seem quite long and convoluted. Obviously, she's also going to synergize really well with Silver Soldier Ambi. I already have a video about her kit as well, so feel free to check that one out if you haven't seen it yet. But before I go over her kit, I would like to let you know that a lot of you guys who watch me are not subscribed. If you like to support this small channel, feel free to subscribe. It's completely free of charge. Thank you very much for your support. Much appreciated. Smile. And now let's continue with the video. Let's begin with Trigger kit analysis. Here you can quickly check her base stats if you like to do so. We'll start with her basic attack. Her basic attack, just a regular 4-stage forward shooting type of attack. Basic attack, crouch sniping. This is a very big wall of text. More to come from her kit, just as a heads up. I'll try to explain it in short. So basically, you hold the basic attack. She will enter the sniper stance and continuously shoot forward with her sniper rifle. You also can automatically evade attacks of enemies. This has a 12-second internal cooldown. However, you can also manually evade enemy attacks or reposition her while within this sniper stance. If you do release the button, basic attack that is, she will perform a finishing blow. She also gains sniper points, 1 point whenever you shoot enemies within the sniper stance, and 2 points if you perform a charge counter attack while within the sniper stance. The sniper points are part of her core skill, so we'll go over that later down within this video. Also, hitting enemies with the finishing blow applies Trigger special attack effect for the entire team for 50 seconds. Retriggering won't refresh the duration, and also charge counter attack and finishing blow will grant Trigger invincibility during their activation. There's also more to her basic attack. Support shooting. This will be automatically activated whenever the call points are sufficient and she's not on the field. So this is the part where she's gonna do off-field damage and also off-field daze value applied on enemies. So you'll be able to stun enemies this way as well. And this attack is also considered an additional attack. Silver Soldier Ambi also has additional attacks within her kit. It seems to be one of the newer mechanics, just as a heads up. And also this move will grant invincibility during activation. This might be very confusing as of right now, but I believe it's gonna be more easier to understand as we get over her core skill. Now let's quickly go over her evasion stuff. Nothing out of the ordinary, typical stuff. Same with dash attack, dodge counter. As for her special attack, specifically X special attack, it will grant invincibility during the move, of course. And after the X special attack move, she can perform the basic attack support shooting without consuming call points. Yes, you will need these call points to be able to perform these off-field attacks. And like I said, when we go to the core skill, you'll understand more how these call points, sniper points and stuff like that works. Perhaps you should have started with core skill, but I think the kit is quite very convoluted and long, but when you sit in the practice, I would say it's relatively straightforward. Also, the X special attack does cost 60 energy. Daze multiplier relatively high. It also has a damage multiplier. Her chain attack, typical chain attack. Meanwhile, her ultimate has a very high daze multiplier, more than Chingy, at least that's what they say. And now let's finally talk about the core passive. The core passive is quite lengthy, just as a heads up. So whenever Trigger hits enemies with her finishing blow during basic attack crouch sniping, so this is when you stop holding the basic attack button, the entire team will receive Trigger special attack effect buff for 50 seconds. Trigger additional attacks increase daze value by 20%. During Trigger special attack, any attack by team members that hits enemies will increase the target daze vulnerability multiplier by 20%. Also, do remember that Ambi does increase daze multiplier for your entire team by 15% whenever they're affected by her mark. So if you obviously play Sambi plus Trigger together, it's going to be quite strong synergy. And also, any team members that hit enemies will increase the target daze vulnerability ability multiplier by 20%. The increased multiplier is effective both before and after the enemy enters their status, so this will also increase your damage further. Pretty cool stuff. There's more to her core skill, of course, especially the call mechanism and the sniper points. So during the trigger special attack, when other team members attack hit enemies, trigger will accumulate 1 call point, maximum once per second. And when you have enough of these call points and trigger is not on the field, trigger will automatically activate her basic attack support shooting, dealing electric damage and accumulating daze value on enemies. Think of it like what you have with Bernice, with her being an off-fielder and applying anomaly. Meanwhile, trigger is more like off-field, doing damage and also applying daze. So pretty cool stuff. She looks great. Her animations and stuff, from what I've seen, it looks gorgeous. It's really nice. And also, there's more, of course, to their core skill. During the basic attack crouch sniping, whenever trigger hits enemies with continuous shooting or charged counter attack, she will gain these sniper points, up to a maximum of 3. And also, the call points required for basic attack support shooting are determined by trigger current sniper points. So the more sniper points you have, the initial required call points will be lowered from 19 up to 10. And also, each use of this basic attack support shooting will further reduce the required call points by 2 points, up to maximum reduction of 4 points. So effectively, you want to get as many of these sniper points as you can, so you can reduce this call points requirement, so you can perform with trigger more of her off-field attacks. So effectively, she's an off-field DPS that will also apply daze on the enemy, of course. And also, whenever this trigger special attack ends, the increased daze vulnerability multiplier, trigger sniper points, and additional reduction call points are reset. So that's her core skill. So I hope you have a better understanding of how this works. As for her additional ability, it requires an attack character or characters from the same faction as trigger, which is Obol Squad. During trigger special attack, trigger crit rate increases by 10%, and if trigger crit rate is above 40%, each 1% increase in critical rate boosts the daze value caused by trigger additional attack by 60%, up to maximum increase of a certain amount. This, as you can see, she's pretty much a DPS character that also has stunning capabilities. I would not be surprised as this is effectively our first stun character with most personal damage. I would not be surprised one bit if that's the case. And also her signature, whenever you get to that. But before her signature, let's go over her quick assist, defensive assist, and assist follow-up. This is pretty much typical, regular stuff, nothing out of the ordinary. Also, regarding Mindscape, we do not have any information regarding the Mindscapes, so it is what it is. However, at least her V-Engine is available, so let's talk about that. Her V-Engine has a very high base attack of 713 and also 24% crit rate advanced stat. This looks like a typical attack DPS type of V-Engine stats, but it is a stun V-Engine. And also, whenever the user hits an enemy with additional attacks and deals electric damage, the target defense is reduced by 20% for 5 seconds. And the same name passive effect, of course, it cannot stack. And if this effect is triggered while the user is not currently controlled character, basically off-field, she will gain 1 layer of stored energy up to a maximum of 8 layers. And whenever you activate X special attack, she will consume all of this stored energy, and it will increase her impact stat by 3% and damage by 3% for each layer consumed, up to maximum of 8. So that's basically 24% impact increase and 24% damage increase. It does last for 8 seconds, and each effect duration is calculated separately. So as you can see with Trigger, she's a very interesting character, effectively a great DPS. This is kind of like if you play with an attack unit like Silver Soldier MB and herself, it's almost like you have double people attacking your team, like both DPS, because even Silver Soldier Ambi has things that can improve stunning capabilities for your entire team, and even Silver Soldier Ambi has relatively high days values, so I think they're gonna really pair up well together, and it's gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, overall with Trigger, she's effectively an off-field DPS slash stunner. She's gonna synergize really great with Silver Soldier Ambi. How good she's gonna be for other attack type of characters, we'll have to see, but I think she's a pretty cool character. And of course, if you have any questions or you like to add anything yourself, feel free to write it within the comments down below. And yeah, I guess this is it. The Silver Soldier Ambi video is already out. Pulchra is on the way. I'll try to get it out by today as well, the same day. This is my second video of today, I guess. I guess we'll try to get the third video out there as well. And yeah, I guess this is it. And yeah, wish you a wonderful day, guys. Take care and see you in the next video.